Laura, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm really excited. So tell me, where do you live and how many kids do you have?
I live in Allendale, New Jersey, and it's a very small suburban town. And we have four children who range in age from 2 to 14.
Yep.
And we are so fortunate and grateful because we actually have an au pair as well.
Yeah.
She's 23,
Yep.
and she is such a big part of our family that she really is like a fifth child, but she's the super responsible one. So
That's amazing. You have a big family right now for this lockdown year.
we do, and we can't forget Oreo, our dog.
So your kids are 14.
14, and then 12, 6, and 2.
That's a big age range.
Yes, I have one in every developmental category.
At every school.
Right, right, from toddler to elementary, middle, and high school.
Oh my goodness. So when did you lock down? Did it start for you in March as well, where the kids were not in school?
Yes, so I think it was around March 19th,
Uh-huh.
to be exact. And I think we had a couple of days to understand that this was probably happening to our lives, but
Yeah.
obviously not a ton of time. And I actually remember the day that we were told that the kids would not be returning to school. And I went to the grocery store as like my one last hurrah of an outing. And there was no toilet paper left. There was no paper towels left. There was no pasta or rice left. And I was like so behind the eight ball of readiness or preparedness because so many other people, I guess, had beat me to it. But we were okay, as I think most people were in terms of toilet paper and food.
Wow.
But it was that sense of panic that really
Right.
struck me.
So New Jersey, the shelves were cleared. We had
Oh,
some of that in Toronto, but not like that, I don't think.
oh, cleared for months. You just could not.
Months.
Yeah, you could not get toilet paper towels. It's still really hard to find products like Clorox spray. They have a lot of the generic wipes in terms of Clorox, but it's
Yeah.
still hard to find some of the name brand cleaning products.
You're a
Um,
family of 7 and a dog. What did you do if you couldn't find toilet paper?
I did. I actually called my parents and was like, could you grab some if you're at the grocery store
That's
next
so
time?
funny. Thank goodness for parents. That's the theme today.
Yeah.
What were some of the biggest struggles like you experienced? How did your kids do out of school? I think the remote learning is so different with K1, 2 kids versus teenagers. You
Right.
saw everything.
Right. And also for a child who has an IEP, which is an individualized learning plan because of a learning disability, that's also super challenging. There are some things that worked really well. Like we do have a lot of resources. I do have somebody in the house who's able to help me, and that's all really positive. I think the biggest challenge was really online learning for my, at the time, kindergartner,
Yeah.
because they weren't Zooming per se to teach him. And so I became his teacher, but I was also trying to work at the same time.
Yeah.
It was the hardest for sure for him. And for my older two, they also had their own challenges. My son gets distracted easily. So his eighth grade, year was online, and I'm not really sure what happened. I was too busy taking care of the other ones. Um,
Oh,
and for my daughter, she had her own academic challenges. She did need more support in math and language arts, and she figured it out, but it wasn't easy.
wow. What was it like for you? Or are your kids in school now?
They are actually in the middle of a 2-week quarantine period because everyone was exposed. And so they're not in school today because it's New Jersey Teacher Convention weekend, which means they have off today. So they're outside enjoying the sunshine. But
That's good.
they have one more week of remote learning, and then we really hope and pray they can go back to a half-day schedule. It's not even half-day. It's from 8:30 to 11:30. And
Wow.
then my son, who's in high school, goes every 3 days. So it's like Tuesday, Thursday, and then it's Monday, Wednesday. Actually, that's not even accurate. I don't know what it is.
It changes.
It's whack-a-mole. Every time somebody goes down, another one pops up with a different schedule.
Oh my gosh. And you said yesterday you were locked in your room teaching on Zoom and all your kids are home. What is that like?
Yeah.
You're a teacher.
I know. I'm a social worker,
Okay.
but in a teaching capacity, I teach a lot of social emotional skills. And yes,
That's a gift right now. Like you must be seeing a lot.
it is. It is. So yes, I do lock myself in my room a few times a week to teach my classes. I also do teletherapy with some of my students. So it's been challenging. Every so often I hear knocks on the door, my name
Yeah.
being called, but I think we're all used to it. It's not like somebody, thinks it's strange or bizarre or different because we're all in this together.
Yeah. So I have a question for you
Yeah.
because you're one of my mom heroes. You are my sister-in-law.
Yes.
And have you ever had any moments where you've pulled your hair out?
Oh, for sure. Sure.
Have you gone crazy this year?
I I have had moments where I've really lost my patience and really just started to yell at my kids, and I feel so bad afterwards. But I think it's so hard to just keep all these balls in the air juggling
Yeah.
all the time, and they each have so many different needs. I
And we
think,
have our own underlying anxiety.
yeah.
Oh,
When I talk to other parents and give them advice, I try to obviously live by the words that I preach. I think owning up to it and telling my kids, like, I am really sorry. I just feel so overwhelmed.
yeah,
Um, and in a good way, they've had to step up to the plate and help me more. So that's been actually a nice thing. Like,
that's
there's not
good.
a day that goes by now where they're not unloading the dishwasher, putting away the dishes, setting the table.
Milan learned how to clean the toilets this year.
See?
That was good.
Yeah, that's great. That's
That's a
amazing.
great outcome. It's so nice to talk to you and hear a little bit about a little window into your lives in New Jersey and how you've been living this year. And I hope that when we run our Surviving the School Year on November 21st, I hope I'll see you in the networking room.
Yes,
And I hope we'll also be able to hit some of these buttons for parents that help and give them some nice ideas for going forward.
yes. I look forward to joining everyone and learning and sharing more with each other.
Thank you so much. I miss you, and I'm going to say goodbye before I start crying again.
Okay, I miss you too.
Bye.